right, in this video, we're gonna make a campaign in the batch dialer so the virtual assistants can hit those phones. Welcome back to the David Dodge Show. Again, we're gonna keep it very simple in this video, and that's it. We're just gonna create a campaign. So if it's only a couple minutes, that's great. Let's do it. Let's dive on in. All right, here we are. We're in the batch dialer, and in the previous video, I actually just added in 2 lists. If you want to see that video, just look in the on YouTube, and you can see those. But those lists were basically not these lists because they're not by name. We really want them by ID. Here we go, right here. They were the North County tired landlords, the absentee owners, and they were the North County vacants for my personal city. One of these is actually done. The other one is still processing. So it doesn't really matter that it's still processing because we're going to go over and we're going to create that campaign. So let's open this up in a new tab in the campaigns mode. And what we're going to do is we're going to click right up here at the top. And you can see I have a couple campaigns already going right now. But I want to add in a new campaign today. So we're going to label this North County Vacants and Landlords. All right. And we are going to be using the predictive dialer because the predictive dialer gives us a lot of functionality that the preview dialer does not. So we like the predictive dialer. And then we're going to select either a number group or individual numbers. And we have a bunch of numbers that we're going to use. The more numbers you have, the better. The least likely they're going to be marked as spam. And it's just going to get you a higher rate of getting through. So we've created the campaign name. We've added our numbers. Next, we're going to click the next button. And then we're going to do the behavior settings. So we want to be able to call Sunday through Saturday. So that's basically any day between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. And that's it. We're not going to allow our team to log in outside of those hours or days. And in fact, we don't even dial on Sunday or Monday. But we're just going to keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. So keep that the way that it is or modify it as you see fit. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add in. We might as well put unknown in there as well. All of the call results. And you can have certain call results for certain campaigns. We just use all of them all the time. So what would those be? Well, do not call, of course. We want to add them to that do not call. We have it in 2 places, actually. Don't really need that. We could take this one out. Drop a voicemail. No answer. Successful sale essentially just means that they were able to set an appointment or get the lead and add it to the system for us to then call. If we get their voicemail but it's full, we can't drop a voicemail, so we'll get a voicemail that's full. Wrong number or abandon. Answering machine is the same as voicemail. We can take that out. Again, we have a couple duplicates in here, no big deal. Busy tone, maybe they want us to call back. Maybe it's a disconnected number. Maybe they're not interested, or maybe the phone just is having issues and we don't know, so we put unknown. You never know, right? So keep it simple, add the call results, and that's something you're really gonna wanna go do up in your settings right when you set up your system as well. So you're gonna wanna go add in those call results and then add in basically the automation behind it of what happens. Is it dropping a voicemail or is it adding somebody to a list? It's very simple, but you're going to want to set that up. Next, we're going to do the campaign configuration. So is there an agent script? We have one cold calling script in the system. You could add a new one if you wanted to as well. Let's head on back over here and refresh just to see if both of our lists are now in the system and active, and they are. So North County tired landlords and North County vacants are going to be the 2 lists that we're going to add to this new campaign. So there's North County vacants, and we'll add our North County tired landlords as well, and boom, there you go. We got about 6,000 new contacts for the callers to start calling on. Last but not least would be the agent group or individual. We can click on individual and we can see that we have a few cold caller seats in our system for them to have the ability to actually use the dialer. And we're going to click save. And from there, it should save the campaign. Now, one thing that I didn't do is click advanced mode, right? So I want to show you guys how you can do that. So make sure that you're on the browser and you have it full screen. We're going to refresh the campaign's page. And we're going to click on the one that we just created on the right side. You got these 3 dots, and you can edit, you can recycle, you can call again, you can archive it, you can do all kinds of cool stuff. But if we click on edit, it's going to show us kind of a mode where we were just in. But if we click on this little thing at the top called advanced mode, right up here, it's going to give us a whole lot more options. So this part right here, this is where you can really kind of fine tune what you're wanting to do. So I'm going to check this again. North County Vacants and Landlords, that looks great. Predictive dialer, that's the mode I want. There's my time zone. Set it up for yourself as well, right? Simultaneous calls per agent. We usually have this set to 3 or 4. If it's a list that I don't expect a lot of people to be answering from for whatever reason, just because there might not be a lot of motivation, we'll put it up to 4. But when we're calling on our vacants and our landlords, we don't want to get too crazy, carried away. You could go as high as 10, right? Which is crazy. But again, we're going to leave that at 3, which really makes the most sense. The call connect type. Do you want it to just auto answer and just pop up on the screen? I like it to beep once, right? I want my callers to be notified when they're on the other end with a seller, right? So beep once is just my preferred method. You choose what works for you. Abandon timeout and ring time duration are usually 30 seconds. If you want to reduce the abandoned timeout maybe to 15 seconds, you can. I typically leave those alone. Your answering machine detection, I like to leave that on. And I also want to record all of the calls because the system does it automatically. If that isn't something that is legal in your state, then turn it off. But in the state of Missouri, as long as we know that it's being recorded, it only takes one party. Again, you want to look into your own laws locally for that option. Next would be your caller IDs. Every number we have in our system, we add. And you don't necessarily need this many, but it helps with the spam like I had said earlier. Call results. You saw this before. You can kind of modify it. This is one that I like to adjust. Max attempts per record. I will usually put this up at 4, sometimes even 5, like I'm going to do right now. In my retry time, I'm going to typically put at 3 minutes. And if you want to adjust that to maybe 5 minutes, you can do so as well. All right. Just makes it a little bit longer in between you trying to call them. Maybe they're busy or whatnot. But I like to attempt as many as I can, especially due to the fact that this thing is unlimited dialing per seat. You're not paying per call. So you might as well get as much of value out of it as you can, right? So put that at 5. If you want to go higher, feel free. Cold calling script or add new. You saw that in the last one. If I wanted to add more lists in here, I could. Now, here's a cool tool that you wouldn't normally see is calls order. Do you want it to be adaptive or do you want it to be the highest score leads first? And lead scoring is something that you'd have to do and set up. I believe they may help you with it a little bit, but I usually leave it on adaptive. If it's working, it's working, but really we're going to call through the whole list anyway. So it doesn't really matter if I want to call a high lead score lead first or later. They're all getting called all the time, right? Last but not least, you could select an agent group or individuals, which I have done. Scrub my federal do not call, I had set to no, and my company do not call, I had set to yes. So you could go modify those in real time right there as well. And I'm going to save my campaign. And that's it. It's ready to go. You can see there's active no agents, 5,000 leads there, 4,935 left, and there's 3 agents added to that lead. And that's it, guys. Keep it simple. So this video was nothing more than showing you how to set up a campaign on the batch dialer. Personally, I use batch leads to get the skip tracing done, even pull the leads, SMS, and then we hit them with a cold call via the batch dialer. If you guys aren't using these softwares already, click the link below this video and get a free trial of both batch leads and batch dialer. Both of these systems are amazing. My team and I have been using them for probably about 2 years now, and we love it, guys. So get out there, get that free trial, start that cold calling, click the link below, and let's go make some money. I'm ready.